Namaste. I'm going to talk a little bit about meditation and what meditation really means to me. I think some people have an idea that meditation is somebody, a yogi, sitting in Padmasana, lotus posture, bolt upright, completely still, silent, with nothing running through their mind, and that you have to stay in this state for 24 hours or more without food, without water. That's complete nonsense. I mean, big up to you if you can achieve that. For me, a meditation practice is about choosing a time in my day where I find a quiet space, where I sit comfortably, and I use a point of focus to concentrate my mind. Also, with the awareness that my mind will wander off and it will hear a bird song, or I wouldn't have turned my phone on silent and I'll be disturbed by that, or my legs will start to get numb. Do I move my posture? All of these things, and yes, you do move your posture, and if you've got to pick up the phone, you pick up the phone, and it doesn't mean those minutes that you've practiced meditation aren't valid because you've had to change your posture or pick up the phone or heard the bird song. They are really, really valid. The aim, as I see it, is bringing balance and calm to yourself during the meditation practice, but then that filters through in your life. So you become a more centered, open-hearted person. So I have an array of props. I've rolled out my yoga mat because the ground that I'm sitting on is hard, so I'm really thinking about my feet and ankles being comfortable. Really simple. I've kept my socks on, I've got a jumper on, because I want to stay warm. If I've got 5 minutes, then maybe I wouldn't roll my mat out. But if I'm thinking, do you know what, I've got 20 minutes and I'd like to meditate in that time, I want to stay warm. So, have a blanket nearby to pull over if you get cold, especially if you're doing a longer meditation practice. You can also use, obviously, the blanket not just for warmth, but to sit on. You don't have to sit on the floor. You don't have to sit. You could lie. The problem I have when I lie down in meditation is I fall asleep. Sitting upright, you're less likely to fall asleep, even though if my meditation practice goes on longer, then I will definitely nod off. Also things like bolsters. So a fantastic seat. If you like kneeling, then it gives you a lift up from the floor, so spine's more long, comfortable seat, so you're not on the hard floor. And that would be the same for if you're sitting, maybe you've got a foam block or a cushion, using that to sit on, or a meditation cushion. Anything to make your seat more comfortable when you meditate. That could be a chair. Again, maybe not your favourite comfy chair that you sit on at the end of the day to watch the telly, because you could well fall asleep. Maybe sit with your back to the wall. I've put some bricks out also, so that if my hips are feeling a little stiff and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to sit in Sukhasana, look at this, floating. Does it feel comfortable? Actually, today it doesn't. So, I'm going to put a block there. You could use a book. You could use that blanket and stuff it underneath. So it's about you sitting in a comfortable seat. If we can be in our physical body that's the most comfortable, that there's that balance between strength and flexibility, which is what yoga postures provide. Again, that ultimate goal of a balanced body, so you're sitting in freedom, right, rather than sitting tight and in pain and discomfort. Which, I can't say that I have a free body, and I teach yoga and I have practiced yoga for many years. So hence, I would use props so that I can sit comfortably in meditation and therefore focus less about my body, which is why if your body starts to become sore in your meditation practice, move, change your posture. So that's kind of seat, physical body. Then one of the anchors that I always use is the breath. So sort physical body out, tune yourself into your breath. And then maybe in addition to your breath, another point of focus. So the breath ultimately could be your meditation focus. And it's something that I teach time and time again and use to settle me within a meditation practice. You can deepen the breath and use Ujjayi Pranayama to create sound, but equally you can just work with your normal breath and you start to feel where the breath goes. You start to feel the body move, the temperature of the breath on your nose. And then you could also maybe use a visual cue. So a plant, a stone, this block. These are all things of non-sentiment, even though I'm pretty attached to my block, but of non-sentiment. So therefore you're then not bringing maybe emotion into the visual prop that you use. You could use sound. So you could use a mantra, a word, love, 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 love. Anything, again, it's about you focusing your attention, focusing your mind. I love candle gazing. You can use things like this yantra. This is the yantra, the pictorial symbol for your heart chakra, Anahata chakra. There are loads of apps, there's loads of books, there's loads of information out there about meditation, and you take from all of that information what works for you. I love this book, Amongst Guide to Happiness. There are also tons of other books. Use them as a guide, but ultimately, like anything, the more we do it, the easier it becomes, and you will want to have meditation in your life constantly, and you will start in your day-to-day life bringing yourself back to anchor. And that would be that, you've got to rush somewhere, you're running out of time. You've got to be there at a certain time. But the more you meditate, the more you start to notice when your emotions are heightened. And you then start to have a little bit more control over those emotions. And that might be that you start to breathe deeply. Still got to get to your place on time, but you will start to, under times of stress and pressure, just keep a little lid on it. That's how I see, and that's how meditation really works for me. So I'm going to stop this recording now. That's kind of my take on meditation. And on this channel, I will put lots of different yoga practices, lots of different meditation practices.